The FBI and Homeland Security are now warning millions of Americans here inside the United States and abroad that there could be sleeper cell attacks on U.S. cities here in the very near future. Today we're going to break this down, explain why this is, what's currently going on, and why the United States is not really the target here, but because we are assisting Israel with their attacks against or their defense from Iran, Iran could say that the United States is complicit and that we should be attacked too. I'll break all this down in just a moment, explain what is going on and what we should prepare for in the very near future. But first, before I do, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So it's crazy to think that the United States could be involved in an additional war. We're already somewhat involved between Ukraine and Russia, and we have been for many years. But it's this right here. Israel and Iran trade blows for the third day with no sign of letup. According to multiple reports, experts believe this is going to drag on for quite some time unless Israel decides to simply demolish Iran. Now, what they decide to do, well, we don't know that. But in the meantime, look at this. Israel's urging the United States to join the war with Iran to eliminate their nuclear program. Israel has been saying this for decades. The United States has been saying this since the 1970s, that Iran is getting close to having a nuclear program. So what should we do? Well, we need to watch for it. That's what we've been told. But just the other day, we learned that Israel believed that Iran was just weeks away from having their first nuclear warhead. As a result, they wanted to pretty much demolish the entire thing. Demolish all their nuclear buildings, make sure the scientists couldn't just start recreating just the little boys down the road, and so they were eliminated as well. Now Israel wants the United States to jump in. Well, the United States kind of already has. Look at this. It says U.S. helps Israel shoot down barrage of Iranian missiles. That sounds like assistance to me. President Trump has already said this as well, that the United States knew that Israel was going to attack Iran. The United States didn't warn Iran. Okay? Israel is our closest ally in the Middle East. So yes, the United States is going to do everything we can to help out Israel. Here's the problem. Because of the assistance that the United States is giving to Israel, Iran is looking at the United States as a potential target. Look at this right here. Okay? It says, and so in this article, it's simply asking what are the biggest issues. Okay? What is the worst case scenario with this war between Israel and Iran? I want to read this to you. It says America gets dragged in. It says for all the U.S. denials, Iran clearly believes American forces endorsed and at least tactically supported Israel's attacks. Iran could strike U.S. targets across the Middle East, such as special force camps in Iraq, military bases in the Gulf, and diplomatic missions in the region. Iran's proxy forces, Hamas and Hezbollah, may be much diminished, but its supportive militias in Iraq remain armed and intact. The U.S. feared such attacks were a possibility and withdrew some personnel. In its public messaging, the U.S. has warned Iran firmly of the consequences of any attack on American targets. What might happen if American citizens were killed, say in Tel Aviv or elsewhere? It would become a massive issue. Even if this was a miscalculation, a mistake, okay, if Iran were to mistakenly attack a U.S. base, okay, a missile, something happens and it hits the wrong target, the United States would step in and bring down Iran. That's according to President Trump. But here's the thing most people don't realize. And I want to play this clip. Listen to this right here.
And Iran has never evolved or progressed to where they work things out diplomatically. You could never trust them. And so with this fundamentalism, this is the fear that I have, is that even inside the United States, the exact attack that Israel just carried out inside the borders of Iran, with the way that our border was down for 4 years, there could be cells here that could be activated by Iran or proxies and groups that are loyal to Iran. Same thing in Israel. That's basically what happened on October 7th when the Hamas went in and attacked Israel. They weren't prepared for that. And so we need to be prepared. Israel needs to be prepared for those types of attacks. And the number one way to do that is for the citizenry to be aware, and that's what's going to prevent the majority of this. But Israel is definitely on top of their game. And right now, Iran should be in panic mode because they don't even have the ability right now at this point to run operations with their proxies because they're fighting for their life.
One thing I want to address here. So he says that we need to be prepared. Okay? That back on October 7th, Israel wasn't prepared. Okay? They were not prepared for that invasion and attack with Hamas. Now, I bring that up because keep in mind, Hamas is an Iranian proxy. Okay? Now, Israel wasn't prepared. You think the United States is prepared? Probably, a little bit. But here's the thing. The United States has so many other things going on. Okay? President Trump is dealing with the immigration thing. He had the No Kings protests just the other day. He's been trying to secure the border past the One Big Beautiful Bill. Okay? That's just here in the U.S. And then, elsewhere, he's trying to negotiate a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. And now he's trying to ensure that this war between Israel and Iran doesn't escalate, doesn't keep expanding into the region and make it a regional war. Well, what's interesting is this is Jonathan Gilliam. He's former special agent for the FBI, and one of the things that he said was that Iran could activate the sleeper cells that are here inside the United States. Okay, this isn't just a warning from him. Look at this right here. It says MAGA warns of jihadi sleeper cells in U.S. after Israel strikes Iran. This is something we have been hearing about for several years, that there are sleeper cells here in the United States that could be activated. Okay? And it could be from Iran. That's most likely who it's going to be from. Okay? Hamas, Hezbollah, the Yemen Houthis. That's what many people are concerned with. Okay? Hamas, a little bit concerning. Okay? Hezbollah, that's the big one. According to multiple FBI reports, there are sleeper cells here in the United States. We don't know where they're at. We don't know which cities they're in. But there are sleeper cells here in the U.S. When those people could be activated, we don't know. Okay? We don't know where they're at. Don't know who they are. Don't know what they're doing. They could be working at a grocery store and just waiting for the call. They could be going to college, just waiting for the call. They could be retired, just waiting for the call. We don't know. That's the concern. But here's the last thing I want to leave you with. Right now, that the FBI is warning Americans to just be vigilant, to look out. And if you see something, say something. Right now, it is very difficult because we know the United States is involved with Israel. But yet, everything that President Trump is saying is the United States doesn't want any involvement in this. He wants peace. Doesn't seem like it. So we'll see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is just be prepared. I don't want to scare you. Don't want you to be frightened, but I want you to be prepared. So I will leave you with that, but I just want to thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing. And again, as soon as we get more information as to what is going on here and how this could potentially impact us, I will bring all the latest news and updates as soon as we get them. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.